The old way is going to networking meetings, shaking hands. Hi, my name's Matt. I buy properties in Kitchener. Do you want to hear the sick deal I just got under contract? Like, dude, nobody cares, okay? Nobody cares. That's the old world way. You're convincing, you're selling, you're pitching. Wrong. The new world way is the way I do it and the way I teach, which is social media marketing. You are a marketer first, a real estate investor second.
My name is Matt Piche, aka the Fruitful Investor. I grew up in a middle-class family and all I've ever wanted was freedom. By the age of 30, I became a self-made multi-millionaire, all from real estate investing. Follow me on my journey to travel the world when I want, where I want, while continuing to build a killer real estate business. Let's get it.
What's up, Fruitful Investors? In this video, I want to talk about how I turned $9,700 into a $4 million net worth in only 10 years. Now, I know that may sound absolutely insane to you, but the moral of the whole story I'm going to be telling you is that it's very, very simple once you know exactly what to do. And I'm going to share with you all the big mistakes I made during that whole 10 years that I really don't want you to make, because literally I made the 90% of that net worth in like the past 3 to 4 years. So if I would have known what I know now, it would have been way faster. So you get to know exactly what not to do. So I'm going to tell you the whole story of kind of how I got there, starting with the very beginning. So number one, I bought my first property for $135,900. Yes, I know. So my area, Kitchener, Waterloo, was like unheard of. This was like 10 years ago, actually exactly almost 10 years ago. And we actually just sold this property like 2 weeks ago for $340,000. So you can see the amount of growth there was in the past 10 years. But anyway, I bought this property for $135,900, a small little townhouse, and I only put 5% down. Now, what I'm about to say is a little bit of a gray area, but I bought it with 5% down because I was going to move into it. That was my intention, but it never happened that way. Wink, wink. Okay, you guys get where I'm going with this. So I bought it with 5% down, which was $6,795, I think it was. Yeah, that was the down payment for that, with closing costs. You know, I did some renovations. Now, I did it on my own, so I'd spend all in the $9,700. So that's where that comes from. So that was all the money that I put in. Now, I was a carpenter at this point, so I was in the middle of my apprenticeship actually, or sorry, near the end of my apprenticeship. And when I bought this property, the day I closed, I actually quit my job. So I quit my job because that was actually pretty much the day I finished my apprenticeship. I called my boss. I was like, yo, I'm done my apprenticeship. I'm not coming back. I'm starting my own business now, renovating properties strictly for other real estate investors in my local area of Kitchener, Waterloo, Cambridge. So that's kind of how I got started into the real estate investing kind of world. I started meeting other investors. That's a whole nother story. But the whole point was I bought this property. I spent all my money, the $9,700, quit my job, had no money, no clients, nothing coming. It was literally a leap of faith. The first renovation project I did in that first company, which at that time, fun fact, was called From Start to Furnished, little witty name, was me. I was the first client in there, so I renovated it on a budget, and I used that as my resume to attract other investors on Kijiji and other real estate investing groups. Because again, guys, this was back in 2010. There was no Facebook groups, there was no YouTube, there was no nothing, man. I was like all on my own pretty much, and we grinded from the bottom. So that's how I got started. I bought this little townhome. 6 months later, we bought our primary residence, me and Rachel. We bought another townhome in the same complex. Yes, I really believe in monopoly. We actually owned 4 properties in this complex at one point. Now we own 2. I'll talk about that in a bit. But I bought the second property 6 months later after this for $170,000. This was a townhome in the same complex, but with a garage, slightly higher end, better style, so it was a little more money. But we bought that, and then I'll just put primary. So me and Rachel moved into this house, and she actually used her money that she saved up, which was at that point, I think it was like 15 grand all in to buy, close, renovate, etc. For us, it's about 15K. So she brought the money for that deal. I had no money, which is the whole point, what I'm talking about here. That was it, man. When I bought these 2 properties, that was it. I now sat for 2 to 3 years doing absolutely nothing. So this is the first lesson I want to talk about. I'm going to write nothing, because I used all my money. I used all my credit power. Remember, I had no job. I just quit, started my own company. Now I got to wait 2 years to get, self-employed income. It was a gong show. Couldn't qualify, no money. That was it. I was done. So what did I do? You would think I would, read books, meet other investors, do whatever, which I was reading books and stuff like that. But I didn't buy anything for about 2 to 3 years. Why? Here's a big mistake I want to talk to you about. I thought I could do it all on my own. I don't need partners. I'm super, super introverted. At least I was that way. I'm starting to come out of my shell a little more thanks to doing all these videos and speaking gigs and stuff. But at that time, when I was aged, by the way, I bought this property at 22. That's when I started. So by the age 23, 24, 25, I was super, super, super introverted. I can do it all on my own, man. I'm a lone wolf. I know what I'm doing. I don't know what you're doing. I don't want to partner with you. I don't want people telling me what to do. I want to run the show on my own. That's the mentality I had. And what happened? Nothing, man. Nothing. Moral of the story, you need people to help you to grow your business and to give you advice and to collaborate. That's what this whole thing is about. Now, you guys already know that from watching me on YouTube and being 2020, you know all about, the power of working together. Back then, it was a little different. I'm talking like it was like 1943 back then. I'm not that old, man, but it kind of was like the Wild West in that way. But what got me onto the whole JV thing was that every single speaker I went to, like a seminar, so the speakers were saying, you need to JV on every stage. I would go to meeting after meeting after meeting, event after event, and everybody on the glorious stage, at that time I was like this little guy, right? I only had 2 properties. I looked up to these people and they were all saying, you need to joint venture with people. You need to collaborate, put your money together. One brings the money and one goes on title, et cetera, et cetera. But you need to JV. And I was always sitting in the background. No, I will never JV. I don't need to do it. I'll prove you wrong. Well, like I said, nothing happened. So finally, when I was like around age 25, I was like, fuck, man, something's not right. Like maybe these guys and girls on the stages, maybe they're right. Maybe I got to start entertaining this idea of joint venturing, right? So remember, I was a carpenter at this point. I had like low money. I was only making like 30 to 40,000 bucks a year until like age 25. I was broke as fuck. I was like, I gotta start partnering with people. So the more I went on doing carpentry jobs and working for investors in my local area, a lot of the clients I was working with that were only investors, right? They were saying, Matt, man, I wish you were a realtor. And all the realtors I'm working with, they don't know shit about real estate investing. You know how to renovate on a budget. You know how to make these look good to attract tenants. If you were only a realtor, man, dude, you would make my life so much easier. So as I knew, I didn't want to do backbreaking labor for the rest of my life, I was like, hey, maybe becoming this realtor thing will get me into knowing how to, price properties, give me back-end access to all the deals. I'll be able to make more money instead of this damn carpentry thing. Maybe I'll entertain it. Fast forward, in 6 months, I got my realtor license. I just jammed through it, became a realtor. And what happened was, again, I was this little guy. I had no experience really in real estate investing, just a little bit, a couple deals and some couple renovations. Who was I? How was I going to get clients? How was I going to beat all the pro realtors spending tens of thousands of dollars on marketing, on bus ads, benches? I didn't have money for that. I was broke. So what I do, I started a YouTube channel, which I was like the OG of YouTube and social media back in 2010, man. I was like the OG. Actually, this was like 2012. I was like, I should start a YouTube channel and just teach about real estate, teach about renovations, what I'm doing, show the renovation jobs I was doing at the time. At that time, I was half realtor, half carpenter, building my business. So I was like, why don't I make videos showing my jobs, and I'll be teaching that I can help real estate investors in Kitchener-Waterloo be investors. What happened was, so those videos are purely to get realtor clients. That's all I was trying to do, just make more money than 30, 40 grand a year. What happened was a lot of people were watching those videos and were like, Matt, man, your videos rock. You know a lot about Kitchener-Waterloo. You know how to renovate, how to find properties now that you're a realtor. Why don't I just partner with you, man? Like, I'll just give you the money, like you do it. And I was like, yo, this is like the JV thing that everybody was talking about on stage. Maybe I should entertain this a little bit. Anyway, one partner turned to 2. Then I started getting more popular because I was showing before and after videos of the deals I was doing with partners. People were watching that on YouTube being like, dude, this guy's buying deals with partners in Kitchener. Why don't I become a partner? 3 to 4, 4 to 5, 6, 8, 10, 12 partners, etc. Then I realized, man, social media marketing and JVs is really the way to grow this business. Because remember, I was broke and stayed broke for like 2 to 3 years. I had nothing. Now I was like buying deals every couple days. Sorry guys, you can tell I'm like stoked. I'm stoked about this story. It's super, super powerful. So yeah. People were like, yeah, I'll just partner with you. So I just tripled down. More videos, more blogs, more books. I started writing books. And dude, that's when things really, really took off. So from age 24 to 31, so before this, my net worth at, up until at 24, right here, was like 30 grand. like measly. Like I had 2 deals, I put 5% down, which means there's like no equity in there. I don't know, I probably had like 30K in net worth at age 24. By the time I got to age 31, when the JVs really started clicking around age 24, 25, at this point, I'm turning 32 in 2 days, okay? This video will come out after my birthday. But anyway, so, okay, now I'm 32. So I went from a 30K net worth from age 24 to 4 million plus. I have to calculate it all, but it's between 4 and 5 million, probably closer to 5 million actually. So I'll put an M there for milli. So guys, that's what I'm saying. If you want to grow your business very, very quickly, it is all about the JVs. Now, how do you get the JVs? There's the old way and the new world way that I always talk about real quick. The old way is going to networking meetings, shaking hands. Hi, my name's Matt. I buy properties in Kitchener. Do you want to hear the sick deal I just got under contract? Like, dude, nobody cares, okay? Nobody cares. That's the old world way. You're convincing, you're selling, you're pitching. Wrong. The new world way is the way I do it and the way I teach, which is social media marketing. You are a marketer first, a real estate investor second. Guys, business and life in general is all about marketing. It's nothing to do with real estate, man. All my marketing, all my videos and whatever, all my messages, there's nothing to do with real estate. I'm talking about traveling, hanging out with Rachel, spending more time with the family. That's all I'm talking about. Living a stress-free lifestyle, the more than money lifestyle, chilling in the sauna that we built in the basement. That's what gets the partners. It's all about the marketing. So the big lesson, if you remember from the beginning, and if you're still here, congratulations, you made it to the big lesson. You got to double down and triple down on the JVs. I know you might be thinking the way I thought when I was 22. I don't need partners. I just want to do it on my own. Dude, you're going to go nowhere in business. It's not going to happen for you. It's going to take forever. You're going to retire when you're like 55, 60. That's a joke because that's pretty young. But yo, do you want to retire when you're 32, 35 and have the option of doing that? Okay, well then we got to do it the Fruitful Investor way, which is triple down on the marketing. Send the messages out, build the authority that you know what you're doing. I teach all about that in my course, Unlimited Cash, below, and a couple free tips I drip and drop throughout my videos if you follow me here on YouTube. That's it, man. That's the big lesson. $9,700 when I started. Okay, now I'm at the $4 million net worth. Pretty cool. Did you guys enjoy this video? Did you like it? If you did, smash that like button and hit that subscribe button so I can see you 2 times a week. Every single week with some free real estate investing tips. I'll see you in the next video.